Hello guys, welcome to the Crypto Matrix. I'm Mr. Legend. In this video, we'll be taking a look at Bitcoin, the king of the cryptocurrency markets, currently trading above $75,000. Bitcoin's market cap sits above $1.5 trillion. MicroStrategy is still on the buying spree. MicroStrategy buys over 13,927 Bitcoins for more than $1 billion. And right now, Bitcoin seeing huge spot demands as the ETF demands clashes with BTC minor sell pressure. There's still more good news in the cryptocurrency market. The bears are still expecting lower prices. The bulls are expecting us to pump to the moon. And Bitcoin ETF clocks $291 million outflow as BTC plus $74,000. What's next for Bitcoin? We look at Bitcoin's performance against the US dollar on a weekly time frame. How high can we possibly go over the next few days and the next few weeks? We'll also look at Bitcoin's dominance in the cryptocurrency market, which currently sits at 59.82%. Are we pumping to the moon? Is this just a fake rally before the big dumps gobbling town happens? What will happen to sentiments in the cryptocurrency market? We'll talk about that and more in this video. Let's get down to business. The last 1 week has seen all coins pumping. All coins in the cryptocurrency market have been rallying. Bitcoin, the king of the market, has also been pumping. Bitcoin is up 11.2% over the last 1 week, which is good to see. Because good vibes is slowly returning back to the cryptocurrency market. Right now, we're still in extreme fear. We have not left those periods of extreme fear, but you can see that on the crypto fear and greed index, the factor of 21 is what we have today. Last week, extreme fear was at a factor of 11. Yes, it was a factor of 12. Last month, extreme fear was at a factor of 15. Over the next few days, I expect to see sentiment drastically improve. Bitcoin reaching $75,000 is a very, very important milestone. The last time we saw Bitcoin trading around the $75,000 level was around March. And when we got $75,000, we saw Bitcoin getting rejected. Instead, dumping to gobbling town. Hopefully, this time we'll rally past it. Hopefully, this time the pump is real. Now, if the pump is real, it means a lot of bears are going to get liquidated. If the pump is real, it means bearish sentiment in the cryptocurrency market will quickly vanish away, because right now the vibes are down in the cryptocurrency markets. Even the pump that we're having is not to be trusted. Bitcoin bears are still eyeing $50,000 as a bottom, and a lot of analysts are claiming that there's final flush still to come. Bitcoin failing to the $50,000 level is being seen as the last significant accumulation zone before any sustainable recovery, says LVRG Research Director Nick Rube. I remember, guys, way back in 2022, a lot of market participants were expecting Bitcoin to head towards $12,000. General sentiment then in 2022 was that $15,000 was not the bottom. Bitcoin still has to go to $12,000. The reason then was that Bitcoin has dumped 80% in its previous bear market. So why won't it dump 80% this time around? We saw Bitcoin drop from $69,000 to as low as $15,000. And that was a 77% decline. A lot of market participants were just waiting for that last final flush down to gobbling town, which never came true. Bitcoin accumulated and continued pumping to higher prices. I see similar sentiment right now. Yes, the bears could be right. Bitcoin could just be gearing up for one relief rally before we eventually dump to gobbling town. Bitcoin can just have a relief rally straight to $80,000, $90,000. My base case scenario for Bitcoin in 2026, we see us get to as high as $100,000. But I fear a lot of market participants are expecting lower prices. A lot of market participants are sure that there's going to be one more flush down to gobbling town. And historically, when the crowd is saying one same thing, when the crowd has agreed on one thing exactly happening, the market does the opposite. And right now, that's what we're seeing playing out, as market participants have seen Bitcoin come to as low as $60,000. They're expecting us to go to $50,000. And right now, Bitcoin has headed towards $75,000. The more we see sentiments improve, the higher we see price go. The higher we see price go, the more sentiments improve. And the more sentiments improve, the more we're going to see new stories going around the cryptocurrency market. So maybe the bears will be waiting for that $50,000 level. There's always that possibility that Bitcoin could easily still drop down to that $50,000, or from the all-time highs where Bitcoin got to in October of 2025. We have seen Bitcoin go from as high as $125,000. We have seen Bitcoin dump by around 51%. Historically, a 51% dump for Bitcoin is nothing to write home about. We have seen Bitcoin have multiple 51+% dumps in the past, and it has recovered for weird reasons. A lot of market participants for the last 3 years have been used to Bitcoin not dumping by 51%. That a 51% dump put us in extended periods of extreme fear. As pessimism in the cryptocurrency market is clearly leaving, as we see optimism slowly returning back to the cryptocurrency market, you're going to start hearing a lot of crazy price predictions. You're going to start hearing a lot of crazy price targets. Remember, guys, The mantra here is to buy low, is to sell high, is to plan your trade, and you want to trade your plan. You don't want to be increasing your price target because the market is pumping high. That's a recipe for disaster. MicroStrategy is still buying Bitcoin. He's one of the biggest Bitcoin bull. Michael Saylor always buying Bitcoin regardless of the price. Michael Saylor's strategy acquires over 13,000 Bitcoins for $1 billion last week, funding the purchase through strike share sales, lifting the company holdings to over 780,000 Bitcoins. It's crazy to see the pace at which MicroStrategy is buying Bitcoin. Hopefully, it ends out well for them. Hopefully, it turns out well in the future because the government continue printing the US dollar. But I just have a strong feeling, guys, that even though we see a rally in 2026, even though we see Bitcoin head to that $100,000 level at some point in time in 2026, a bigger decline for Bitcoin still lies ahead in the future. It doesn't mean Bitcoin is dead. I just believe that we're going to see that final flush down to Goblin Town. But first, the bears are going to get liquidated because the bears are expecting lower prices at a very long time. If you look at Bitcoin dominance for the last few days has actually increased. I've been bearish on Bitcoin dominance for quite a while right now, and the higher Bitcoin dominance go, the more bearish I become on Bitcoin dominance. It doesn't mean Bitcoin will dump. I just believe that all coins outperform Bitcoin over the next few weeks. We're expecting Bitcoin dominance at some point in time in 2026 to head below 50%. The higher Bitcoin dominance go, guys, the stronger it's going to fall when that time for decline comes. We saw Bitcoin dominance start declining way back in June of 2025. Since then, Bitcoin dominance is down around 9%. And even though we might see Bitcoin dominance increasing right now, watch out for what Bitcoin dominance does around the 60% region. Maybe we won't get to as high as 61% because after that, we might see Bitcoin dominance swiftly dumping down to Goblin Town, catching a lot of market participants off guard, giving us that elusive altcoin season that we have been waiting for. More news stories going around the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin reclaimed $74,000. At the point of recording of this video, Bitcoin has reclaimed $75,000, pumping to higher prices. Hopefully, we get to that $80,000 level before the end of the week. Bitcoin rallies above $74,000 on Monday after the stock market closed, but derivative data shows that some traders remain bearish. The higher we go, the more those traders are going to be convinced that the market has returned. Till the final bear is convinced that the bull market is back, that's when the market might probably turn down to Goblin Town. But right now, there's a lot of bearish market participants that can still push us to higher prices. Despite strong ETF inflows, Bitcoin remains tied to the S&P 500 and sensitive to global macroeconomic development. Bitcoin futures premium and miners selling suggests that the bear market persists despite Bitcoin trading above $74,000. Bitcoin has been trading in its cost of production band. Historically, that has been a good time to buy. I don't think this time is different. The crowd is always wrong at the extreme. The crowd is very fearful, that's the time to buy. The crowd is very pessimistic, that's the time to buy. And right now, Bitcoin looks very, very juicy. If you look at liquidation data in the last 24 hours, a lot of bears have been getting liquidated. Total liquidation is coming in around $570 million. The single largest liquidation is happening on Asta. A trader was liquidated for $12.4 million. Bitcoin is still leading the liquidation data in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin bears has lost $227 million against the bulls, losing only $10 million over the last 24 hours. How has Bitcoin performed in Q2 of 2026? Bitcoin in Q1 of 2026 saw a big dump to Goblin Town. Bitcoin in the first 3 months of 2026 had a very, very terrible month. But right now, Bitcoin is performing well in the second quarter of 2026. Hopefully, Bitcoin keeps up this performance. Hopefully, we see a big pump to the upside for Bitcoin ending the month of April. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. How bullish are you on Bitcoin, the king of the cryptocurrency market, with a market cap of over $1.5 trillion, with Bitcoin trading above $75,000? Are you buying more Bitcoin right now? Where will you sell your Bitcoin for some sweet profit? Drop your thoughts about that in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome videos like this. Turn on the post notifications to get notified anytime I drop a new video, anytime I go live. Remember guys, when it comes to investing, nothing will pay you off more than educating yourself. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Invest for the long haul. Don't get too scared. Don't get too greedy. See you guys in my next video.